Videos are the most important part of your campaign, and it is your biggest opportunity to sell and convince people about your product. Campaigns that have videos are far more likely to raise funds compared to those that don't. So videos are also a great way to tell your product story, as well as for viewers to make a human connection with you, the product creator. So when you're making a video, you have to cover 5 things. Number 1, it is who are you talking to? Just focus on a particular group of people and don't try to talk to the whole wide world. It makes your campaign much more targeted and personal. So for example, if you are selling helmets, are you speaking to motorcyclists, for example? If you are selling a new kind of USB charger, you might be looking at busy mobile professionals who run around all day long and they have phones that are running out of battery. So use nouns such as you, me, names such as James, Ellen, Mary, rather than just using generic terms such as us all, everyone, everybody. When you say things like everybody, everyone, nobody cares and nobody pays attention. But when you use nouns such as you, me, James, Ellen, Mary, it gets to the point and it gets the attention. In an earlier lecture, we talked about how to create your customer persona. And this is where it comes in very helpful here. So you can use the helpful canvas which you have filled up earlier in the previous lecture to input in all these details for talking to your target audience. Now, the second thing when you are doing a video is this. You need to know this, that nobody cares about your product. Okay? Nobody cares, but people pay people money to solve their problem. So if you can solve people's problem, that's where the money is. And so it makes sense for you to start your video with the problems that you're solving. Let's look at an example here, okay? Now, Alan has a serious problem. He's always losing his phone. In the toilet, taxi, cafe, you name it. He's lost more than 10 phones over the last 3 years. He's tired of losing his contacts, schedules, photos, everything. Now, this is a very good example of a problem that's being brought up. Okay, the problem here is about a guy named Alan who's losing his phone and he's lost it over 10 times in the last 3 years. Okay, when you bring out a pen, make sure you stab the customer straight in his heart and you twist the knife such that he feels the ouch. Okay, accelerate the pain and make the pain so felt that he can understand straight away what it is. Okay, let's look at a bad example. People are always losing their phones in the toilet, taxi, cafes. The first thing that comes to me is this. This is too generic and boring. People lose their things every day, so what? You know, it doesn't matter to me whether or not someone else loses his phone. Okay, so this doesn't get my attention. So this is a bad example. The third thing is that you want to make a good transition, okay, from problem to solution. Now that you've built up the case for your problem, it's now time to transit over to your solution. Okay, so the idea is this, to tell them what the problem is again, offer them a hope, and then tell them what your solution is. But you don't need to go into deep details yet. Let me show you an example here, alright? I needed a better way to stop losing my phones. Now, I worry no more because I used the duet. You see, it brought out the problem again, okay, which is losing my phone. And it offered also a hope. It's possible to never worry about losing my phone again. And that is the hope here that I'm trying to bring out here. And of course, the solution is I use the duet. So straight away, it quits my interest. You know, it makes me feel like, what is this duet thing that this guy's talking about? So this is an example of a very good transition from problem to solution. Now, this is a bad example. We made duet to be an anti-loss device for phones and we are now looking for funding to bring it to the market. Firstly, this is too technical, okay? And you shouldn't do this, okay? It's too technical. What is an anti-loss device anyway, you know? And the second thing that puts me off is that it asks for money too early on. Okay, so you do that later on in the video, but you shouldn't straight away ask for money. Okay, so don't do this. This is bad. The next thing, after you have made the transition from problem to solution, you must show them how your product works. Okay? So, 3 things you must take note of. Keep to 3 to 4 main features. Any more features than this, you can still cover, but make sure you think about the length of your video and also consider how much information your viewers can absorb within a 3-minute span. Okay? Second thing is to use simple English. Make it so easy to understand that even your grandmother knows what this product is all about. So she's your best test case. And last but not least, sell them an experience. I'll come to that in a while. Now, this is a good example. Just click, and the Duet device helps me find my lost phone, even in a hard-to-reach spot. I can set the device to alert me when I'm more than 10 meters away from my phone, so I'll never be late for another class again. It can even track my other lost items via the Protect app. My wallet, my keys, laptop, whatever. Now, why is it so good, this example? Okay, number one, it covers 3 features. First and foremost, that you can find your lost phone with just one click. And secondly, you can set up an auto alert when you're more than 10 meters away. And thirdly, the Protect app lets you find other lost items too. Okay, sweet and straight to the point. Second thing I like about this is that it uses everyday English. You do not see any technical English here. You do not see any fanciful English, bombastic words here, but just simple everyday English words. And the last thing I like about this is that it uses a scenario. Okay, if you notice, it says that so I'll never be late for another class again. So it tells me that Duet is targeted even towards students, okay, who are always late for classes. Maybe they lose their items, their phones, while moving around for classes. This is a bad example. The Duet uses Bluetooth Low Energy technology to monitor the proximity of people's phones. When it goes out of range, it will break sync the connection, and the inbuilt buzzer will sound a continuous audio beep. It comes with a radar function that vibrates your phone more often when you are near a lost Duet tech valuable. Now, stop right here. Number one is that it's too technical. I have no idea what on earth this sentence is talking about. Unless, of course, I am an engineering student, or if I am an IT student, maybe I understand this, okay? But you're not selling to IT students here or engineering students, right? You're probably selling to people who are of the masses, okay? People who are students in schools. So keep it simple, alright? And second thing I don't like about this example is that it does not show any scenarios at all that you can use the Duet on an everyday basis. Okay, so don't do this. Lastly, as I said, sell an experience. Okay, let's look at the GoPro example here, and this is what I mean by selling experience.
Round of 13. Got it, Gary. 3, 2, 1. Gary. Yeah, boy.
Okay, I'll stop it right here. And take note of what emotions you felt while you watched this video. Okay, I had emotions such as adrenaline, scary, edge of my seat, sweaty palms. These were some emotions that describe my feelings while I was watching the GoPro video. Did you notice that GoPro did not focus at all on selling the camera's features? Instead, all it did was to show simply the GoPro in action. In this case, it was on a motocross helmet. Okay, even if I was not an adventure enthusiast, this video is enough to trigger a desire in me to buy a GoPro camera. Okay, so bear in mind, sell an experience. And last but not least, your call to action. All good campaign videos close with a good call to action. Okay? The important things about having a good call to action is, number one, you must ask. Sometimes we do not get any pleasures at all because we simply forget to ask. So make sure you have a clear ask. Number two, be personal about your ask. Okay, so it's important to have your campaign creator or the people behind the project to come forward and to make the ask. People don't like to give money to someone that they can't see. And last but not least, state clearly how much you need. Let's look at an example here. This is a good example. We need $5,000 to cover the production cost. With your support, we can put Duet into your hands much faster. Please back us today and join us in creating a world where losing phones is a thing of the past for you and me. Now, I like this because it is very personal. Okay, two things that makes it personal. We can put the web into your hands much faster. That's personal, right? And secondly, the invitation right at the end. Join us in creating a world where losing phones is a thing of the past for you and me. Again, okay, it makes it very personal. And I like this because it's straight up to the point. It says that I need $5,000 to cover my production costs. Okay, so this is a good example of call to action. It's a good ask. Now, this is a bad example. Please back my campaign, or else you'll not be able to reach our funding goal. Number one is, who the heck are you? You know, I don't owe you anything. And number two, it looks like you're begging me instead of asking. Okay, so this is a bad example. Do not beg and ask people to fund you. Okay, so in summary, these are the 5 things you need to do to make a great video. Apply them, and last but not least, I have one more last tip, which is for you to watch the videos of other successful campaigns and see what you can apply. Okay, look around for campaigns on Kickstarter, on Indiegogo that have succeeded in their crowdfunding campaigns, and see what you can learn from them and apply them to your video. So with these 5 things, I hope it helps you do your crowdfunding video.